Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here where your souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. We are doing a pick a card reading today. We have decks here that represent each group, crystals associated. I have a whole bunch of decks off in the wings here, as well as charms. We are just really allowing spirit, and not only spirit, but your higher self guide our Soulful 7 messages today. So we are receiving and I'm channeling messages from your higher self right now, specifically about the hidden things. So the idea and intent behind this reading is that we're tapping into future energy, your higher self, your future self, to inquire and get a little bit of insight on some hidden things, things that you can't see right now that are at work for you in various different areas of your life. We're open to anything: money, career, love, romance, whatever it is. We're open to it. And I'm just really excited to get into this reading. I can't wait to see and hear some of those hidden messages, the hidden things. Again, they're out of sight to you, at least right now, but there's energies working in the background. There might even be some difficult things that are happening that you're not sure why, and so we're kind of getting a little bit more insight as to like, what are the hidden things? What are some of the those 4th house, 8th house, 12th house, like those watery houses that can be out of sight sometimes for us, especially the 8th and 12th. But just getting more insight as to what these energies are and how they are going to help you on your purpose and your path in life. So that was a bit of a lengthy intro, but that's all good. Before we get into the groups themselves, I would like to invite you to join the Kindred family by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Click like on the video if something resonates. This, of course, helps out my channel and helps other kindred souls find the messages meant for them here. Drop a comment down below if something resonates with you in your reading. Also, let me know which group you selected, okay? So, before we get into the reading, I always like to say, before really any reading that you receive, that these are meant to be affirming messages. They are meant to be helpful for you. You are meant to use your own powers of discernment and intuition to determine the messages that are meant for you. So if something doesn't resonate, it's all good. You can watch another video or watch another group or something like that. If you're being drawn to more than one group, more than one crystal, go ahead and watch more than one reading, because your unique message from your higher self, from spirit, might be a combination of messages. So feel free to watch more than one. And again, I'm adding charms, or the plan is at least to add charms to personalize it a little bit, because some of the charms might be very specific to you. You might gravitate to, one of the charms or multiple charms or some messages there. And so I'm just trying to give your higher self more outlets to communicate with you, okay? Yes, so I think that's the end of me babbling. If you need a few moments to meditate, I didn't even tell you what the groups are. Okay, so group number 1 is on the far left here, and it's being represented or guided by our peacock or crystal, as well as the oracle, the unicorn oracle here. Our group number 2 is guided by the hold on, I wrote how to pronounce it and I always pronounce it wrong. Chalcedony crystal. Beautiful. It's like a light baby blue color. You can see it shining a little bit. It's a little washed out because it's such a bright light blue. And our Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. And then group 3 is represented by the amethyst sphere. I love this crystal, by the way. And the Starseed Oracle. So if you need a moment to meditate on which group has your message in it, you can pause the video right now, take a few deep breaths, exhale, until you feel grounded and connected from your crown chakra all the way through your root chakra, and you are ready to hear your message. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to get right into the readings. Okay. So, where are we going to put you is the question. Because I have so many decks off to the side here waiting. Let me get it right. Ooh, making a mess. Okay, here we go. All right, we're getting it. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your Soulful 7 reading, where we are channeling messages from your higher self, specifically on the topic of the hidden things. So again, the idea behind this is to channel messages from your higher self on things that you can't see right now, energies that are working behind the scenes, in your favor to help push forward your path and purpose and direction. So you selected the Peacock Ore, which is this beautiful purpley blue crystal. The Peacock Ore is very watery. It's connected to the crown chakra. It is a crystal connected to abundance and manifestation. So I feel like, I just feel really connected to the Peacock Ore. It feels like it connects me like to the universe, and to the creative, collective conscious and the creative consciousness. It's also connected to Cancer energy. So those might be some of the reasons why you selected it, but either way, in any way, here we go. We also have the Unicorn Oracle deck. So you could have selected the group for that. So let's go ahead and get out some guiding energy. Guiding energy, higher self, group 1, hidden things, higher self. What messages do you have for group 1? Delight. Ooh. So the first immediate message that popped into my mind when I saw this was that the energies that are working in your favor are working to bring delight, to bring joy and happiness into your life. There's a message around counting your blessings and enjoying your life. I'm getting the message for some of you that there might be a situation or situations that kind of came up that are kind of forcing you to look at your life, to slow down a little bit. Sometimes life moves so fast, we're moving so fast, we're chasing and going and just charging after things in life that sometimes we forget to stop and smell the roses, right? So take pleasure in the simple things. Always expect the best is a message I'm feeling directly coming from your higher self. I'm getting the message here that I'm feeling like your higher self is saying, this is a message I'm channeling from your higher self, that you are successful. Worldly abundance is not a challenge for you. I am getting the message that it's almost like a regret, like something that your higher self would do over if your higher self had the opportunity to do it over, would be to enjoy life better, to enjoy life more, to slow down and to take in the moments and not try to like plow past everything. I'm also getting a message to make sure that you celebrate your accomplishments, that your higher self is saying that you didn't do enough of that and you kind of wish you would have. And I'm getting a message to be grateful to like your circle of people, of your support group. That I'm just getting a message that you have a lot of support and to be grateful for them, and that celebrating is not just for you, it's not vanity. It is an opportunity for you and those that have helped you help you to accomplish what you're after to also celebrate with you. It's like it's almost like if you're uncomfortable celebrating for yourself, celebrate then for other people, because it's also a celebration for them because they are supporting you. That's the message that I'm getting. So we have the Seven of Swords here. So the message that I'm receiving, the hidden thing, so the Seven of Swords is kind of a hidden card anyway. There's a little bit of indirect information. So I'm getting indirect communication. So that could be something that you're going through right now, where someone or something maybe is being evasive, or you're having a challenge with direct communication, either for an opportunity or with a individual. And the message that I'm actually getting there about that is that you might be more successful with the communication if you went a different route. If you went through the side door, through a window, or through the back door. I'm getting, this is probably really specific. Like if you're trying to get into a company or some sort of institution, like it's almost like instead of like applying online, like getting to know somebody or connecting with a individual who can get you in a different way, if that makes any sense. The sun. So I feel like the sun is actually really just reiterating this idea of enjoying life. And there is a really bright, jovial, uplifting, high-powered energy to the sun that's connected to youth. And there's a really invigorating energy as well. And I feel like, again, this is kind of reiterating just enjoying life. Like, yes, you can do the business thing and you can, be the boss and be financially stable and all of that stuff. But without enjoyment of the things that you've obtained, it's kind of pointless. So make sure that you're taking time to enjoy the things in life. I do feel like some of the hidden things that are going on behind the scenes is linking you up or connecting you with somebody who's going to help you in your career, some sort of mentor. And I mentioned like getting in the door from a back way. So I feel like there might be like a mentor or some other energy that assists you on your journey to some sort of career or pursuit of some kind when it comes to the realm or world of like making money or making a name for yourself is what I'm getting there for that. Yeah, I feel like linking up with a strong, like being mindful of the people you keep around you and making sure that the people around you are doing things and in places and making moves the way you do, is what I'm getting. And then we have conjunction. So there's a message here around a union or a merging or coming together, which I feel like is connected to the Three of Pentacles, and I feel like it's also connected to the Seven of Swords energy as well. So there's going to be a merging, a coming together, or a union happening. Let's see if we have another message here. Maybe more information would be great. Yep, in the 10th house. So it's definitely connected to career. There's a message here around, I feel like the hidden realms, the hidden energy is working behind the scenes to develop a structure. You're being asked to be more disciplined. So yes, we're enjoying life. We're doing everything in moderation and balance and harmony, but there's also a message around discipline, and that discipline is going to assist you in this journey. Life, mission, accomplishments, and career. So again, I already said that I see you being really successful, and the 10th house to me is reiterating that message. And again, if you're in a situation now where you're getting really frustrated about not getting in the door in a place that you really want to be, or maybe struggling to find an outlet for your talents or something like that, I'm getting the message here that spirit, that the universe is kind of working behind the scenes in your favor, developing a structure, developing kind of an avenue for you to get in that's actually going to put you in a stronger position. So it might be frustrating you know, watching other people get jobs by just like kind of just applying to stuff, and maybe you're not getting what you want. But I feel like there's kind of a bigger move happening behind the scenes that's going to put you in a better position when it's all said and done. Let's see, what do we want? We want some crystal energy. Let's crystal it up. All right, so we have Malachite, time to transform. That's an interesting message. Transformation, some change. I'm also getting the message here, being more malleable. Like, we picked Peacock Aura, and Peacock Aura is connected to water energy, Cancer specifically, but water energy in general flows. And I'm getting the message here from Malachite that there's a desire here. I'm just trying to like pick up on the right things, how to express this. It's almost like being less rigid, opening up opportunities for spirit to fill in the gaps. I'm getting the message for some of you that you might be too, like you have to be in control. So it's almost like you're trying to control too much, that you're not allowing any space for spirit to like flow and fill in the gaps for you and help like manifest for you. And I feel like your higher self is kind of saying like, I'm just feeling like your higher self worked so hard to get where they are. And they're kind of saying like, I didn't have to work that hard. If I would have left room and left space for the universe to flow, to move with me, for me, in my favor, it would have made it a smoother, more enjoyable process. It's almost like your higher self is saying that they just put so much effort and energy into it, didn't leave any room for the universe to do anything, and they didn't enjoy the process, the journey, but they didn't have to. Like, they could have trusted in the process, trusted in spirit, and still been where they are, still gotten to that place, and enjoyed the ride along the way. So I feel like they're just sharing that message of like enjoying the ride. Keeps on coming up over and over in my mind for you. So we have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. And I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation here around acknowledging and really leaning into your loved ones and your heart space. I'm getting the message from your higher self, like opening your heart. It could even be talking about romantic love. So if you're a type of person who's just super duper focused on career and like making your way in the world and establishing yourself, it's not saying that that's a bad thing. It's just saying that in everything we need balance. So opening yourself up to love, opening yourself up to family, opening yourself up to romantic partnership. If you're not in one or you're not really, checking for one, I feel like there's a message around, you only live once, and that doesn't mean you are reckless in your current moment, but that also doesn't mean you don't enjoy life, is what I'm getting there. So we're not being reckless, we're enjoying life. And love, opening your heart space. Opening your heart space, just one more thought on that. Opening your heart space is not just for love, I'm getting. It's also like, because our hearts are where we receive. Well, we receive in a couple chakras, but our heart is like, to me, one of the bigger ones where we can receive many different things, including abundance. And, when our heart chakra is open and we are connected and flowing and joyous and at peace, then to me, that allows many blessings to come into our lives, not just romantic love or friendship, but I feel like abundance, financial abundance, and laughter. I'm getting having really like positive and strong friendships that stand the test of time. What else am I getting? Family, I'm getting. Growing your family, I'm getting. I keep hearing children's laughter for some reason, so maybe that means something to someone or something very specific to someone. All right, so we have the waxing crescent 2. And what I see in the waxing crescent 2 is this idea of acceptance. And I feel like acceptance of what is, acceptance of what was, and acceptance as an openness as to what will be, what is coming. With the number 4 guiding this card, I'm feeling, it feels like this idea of stability, which we've kind of been already talking about a little bit here. But this idea of stability, this idea of self-assuredness is something that comes when we accept what is reality, which I think is really interesting because the 10th house is naturally ruled by Capricorn. And, you know, Capricorn is a very practical sign. They are achievers and they go after goals and things like that. But they're very practical, very down to earth, very grounded. And I feel like Capricorn energy accepts what is reality, right? If you're not a good painter, then you're not a good painter, right? Can you be a better painter? Sure, but there's going to be practice and discipline and structure that comes into developing any weaknesses or things that you view as weaknesses or challenges in your life. So if you have a vision of your life to be a painter, but you're not very good at painting, you're going to have to, you know, accept that, accept that reality. And then when you accept that, then you can make moves to actually make it real, make yourself better at painting. Again, that's obviously just an example, but the idea here is that you're accepting yourself for who you are. I keep seeing yellow glowing energy, which keeps like it tells me like solar plexus chakral energy is coming into my heart mind space. This idea of solidifying this idea of you, who you are, and accepting and leaning into that energy and that truth. Sooner is what your higher self is saying. It's like the sooner you can get to that solid place of self, which I feel like the sun is also talking about. And I also acknowledge the incredible yellow that's going on in the Seven of Swords. This idea of yellow just keeps coming up. Once you get it's almost like the faster, right? In quotation marks. The sooner you can get to this place of self-acceptance and just being okay with who you are, good, bad, ugly, gray, purple, orange, whatever, right? All of the different facets and shades that make you up. Once you get to that place of comfort with yourself, I am seeing here that things just flow better and you're able to achieve more and enjoy life more and things like that. I'm getting a message from your higher self that it took that version of you to, I guess, your future self. It took that version of you longer than, like, it took them a while to get to that place. All this self-doubt is the message that I'm channeling. Like, lots of self-doubt and insecurity, root work, shadow work are coming to mind and heart here. Like, just really digging into you, getting to know yourself, getting to know your vibration, understanding who you are, what your strengths are, what your challenges are, and making moves in life based off of being okay with that, being at peace with whatever that is. And then we have the waxing gibbous 5, and what I see here in the waxing gibbous 5 is this idea of focus, which we already talked about. I feel like in a couple of different conversations already, but this idea of focus is coming into play. I think it's interesting that the number 5 is here, because the number 5 to me is not a very focused energy. It's But it is a very intense energy, outwardly expressive, robust, kind of fiery energy. There's something a little quirky and a little off the wall about 5 energy that I'm picking up here. This idea of also focusing on what makes you unique. We have a butterfly here in this imagery. Let's get a closer look at that. And to me, that's connecting to Malachite's message around transformation. How beautiful is that, though? It's so pretty. What else am I picking up here? Let's see. What else are we doing? Focus. I'm getting the message here that what you focus on is what is going to manifest. So be mindful of your thoughts. Also, I'm getting the message like focus on one thing at a time, but make time for the things that are important. So for example, focusing on your career is all cool and good as long as you make time to focus on your loved ones, you make time to focus on yourself, you make time to focus on enjoying life, etc., etc. You're making time for all these other things. You can but it's like there's a message around like leaning into and giving your complete focus and attention to one of these things at a time. So you're not trying to like multitask. You're completely in each moment, which might be really hard for you if you feel like you can multitask, which my mother can, and that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so we have bread here. All right, so there's a message around prosperity and abundance, and I feel like I've already been feeling that in your message, and I communicated that really early on, but I feel like this is a reiteration from your higher self, your future self, that you're going to be prosperous. There's abundance here. There's success in career and or in business, that you accomplish what you go after, and you will make lots of mergers and and unions in your path in order to get you to a successful, place where you're making that bread. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So I feel like this is a message to you like now, especially if you're in a place of like kind of duress or stress or struggle, or you feel like you're in a difficult place or you're in a frustrating place. I feel like there's a message here that's saying things aren't always going to be this way, that change is coming. I feel like there's a message too, even in your current moment, even if it's frustrating, try to find something positive in it. Try to find something that's a highlight, even though it might be difficult or you're not getting exactly what you want or what you feel you need at the time. Just understand that change is coming, and that there's always something in every situation that we can appreciate, because we started the message off with paying attention, taking pleasure in the small things and the simple things. So for example, if your career is not taking off, maybe that's an opportunity for you to spend time with your family, or to go on a vacation or travel or rest or something, so just keep that in mind. And also that I feel like the caterpillar and the butterfly, these messages to me are tying together. This idea of process, this idea of, everything in its own time, this idea of patience, leaning in and embracing each stage. So like the caterpillar, for example, isn't worried about being a butterfly. It's a caterpillar, and it's doing what caterpillars do. It's eating everything in sight. It's tearing it up. When that stage is done, it's going to form its little chrysalis, and then it's going to be in hibernation for however long it needs to be in hibernation before it hatches. You know what I'm saying? And then the butterfly will pop out, and then it'll sit on the little branch or whatever, wait for its wings to dry, and then it will fly off and do what butterflies do, So I just feel like there's this idea of like process and kind of leaning into each stage. And if you're a caterpillar, eat. If you're a butterfly, fly. If you're in the chrysalis, then rest. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a message around that too. I feel like that goes back to this idea of focus, right? What caterpillar is focused on eating. You know, I feel like I'm always in the caterpillar stage, but we're not gonna talk about this in another video. So, you know, focusing, right? Caterpillar is eating. The chrysalis phase is crystallizing, whatever they do, emulsifying and reforming itself, right? There's different stages have focuses on different things, and that's how the process continues on. So I'm also getting the message here that if you've been kind of feel like you're spinning your wheels, kind of going in circles with things, or you're just not getting anywhere, I feel like there's a message here that's saying that that's because you're not leaning into the phase that you're in. You're a caterpillar trying to fly like you're a butterfly, but you're not a butterfly yet. You need to be eating. Once you eat enough, then you'll be ready to move into the next phase and then the next phase. But I'm just getting the message here that there's some impatience happening. And so there's a message around like being patient and being focused on the phase that you're in at the moment. So let's get you some charms. I'm mixing it up here. I'm making a lot of noise, aren't I? Oh yeah. Can't even see, can you? You can't even see. All right, I probably could have zoomed in, but we're just gonna rock out this ghetto here. So you have the Two of Diamonds, which is the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Wands. We have the Casa Toscana, which I feel like is a message that's connected to family and love, and our whole conversations around appreciating your family, leading into your loved ones, all that good stuff. This little baby bottle right here. This could be talking about family, especially if you have kids or you want to have kids. I always get this. I think this is the lobster, but there's a scorpion charm in here too, and they low-key kind of look like cousins. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of look like cousins, but I feel like there's a message around like shell, like being in your shell. And I'm getting that message blended with like the sun. It's like coming out of your shell, maybe being more sociable. Balance with the Two of Pentacles. Balance, which is, I feel like that's pretty much what we've been talking about this whole time. And the Three of Wands is really like talking to me, talking about like prospects, like seeing like opportunities and prospects in the future. Feels like it's connected to like making smart moves in business and things like that is kind of what I'm getting. Making good investments, smart moves in business. That's kind of what I'm getting to off of that. If something else vibed hard with you with the charms, let me know. Because sometimes you might see something very specific in the charms that are very unique to you. Your higher self, future self is being like directly talking to you. So if you saw a different message in the charms, let me know. All right. So, my beautiful soul, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. If something did resonate, do drop a comment down below. Let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here on YouTube. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description bar below. Thank you so much, my beautiful souls, for your time and your beautiful energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. All right, getting herself together. All right. Hello group 2, and welcome to your Soulful 7 reading, where we are asking your higher self / future self. We've been getting some messages from future self in group 1, so I'm just going to say / higher self, future self, for some insight on the hidden things. So again, the idea here is that things that are happening under the surface, behind the scenes, out in the ether, that might help explain some of your current situations or current frustrations, for example, or just really tapping into those hidden things that your future self, higher self, wants you to know in your current moment to help either help to advance you to success and prosperity, abundance on your life purpose and path, or to just give you some insight and some relaxing energy on what's happening now is preparing you for what's happening in the future. Those are pretty much the messages that we are channeling today. So let's get into it. So you chose the chalcedony for your crystal. Again, it's this like baby blue, really, really beautiful crystal. And you chose the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds as your guiding deck. So let's go ahead, shuffle out a guiding card for group 2, higher self, hidden things, group 2. Higher self, hidden things, group 2. What messages do you have for group 2? Resurrection, comeback, rebirth, renewal. Ooh, okay, so I had 2 messages that popped in my mind, and I'm just gonna say what came, and you can take it what you want with it. Take it what you want with it. So the first message immediately that popped into my mind was an X, okay? That's what I saw. Don't get mad at me. I guess you can get mad at me if you want to, but that's what I saw, an X. A past relationship kind of resurfacing or coming back in some way, shape, or form. Okay, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I'm just telling you, just sharing what I saw. The other messages is like you being the underdog and you making this big comeback. So I don't know exactly how that applies. We'll definitely get more information. But I feel like it's an idea of maybe even starting off slow. So some of you might be in a situation where you're kind of starting off slow. You're kind of like, your eyes are just, you're like, oh my gosh, when is this ever going to pick up? It just feels like so slow. So I'm feeling like maybe you're starting off slow, and then all of a sudden you just boom, like in the 4th quarter, like if you watch basketball or something, team was behind by 20 points, and in the 4th quarter they win the game, they end up coming back. So I feel like it's going to be something dramatic. It feels a little bit dramatic. We have the number 32 reducing down to the number 5 here, and our 5s are radical, right? They're radical, they're energetic, excitable energy, adventurous energy. I'm even getting the message here that some of you might start a business or have started a business, and maybe things, again, they started off a little slow, and then boom, out the blocks you come, you just take over and kind of shock yourself, even like the comeback, right? So those are some of the initial messages that I'm getting. This is a really beautiful card, by the way. I think it's picking up pretty good, but not really great, because you can't really see the rainbow a little bit. It's so pretty. It's like just so soft, kind of clouds, Arabian Night vibes. I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we're feeling vibes. All the vibes. All the vibes. Okay. I'm feeling like this deck right now. I'm feeling like this deck. Messages from our astrological energy, higher self, and hidden things. Hidden things. Group 2. So we have the 7th house of partnerships. I did say something about an ex. All my exes live in Texas. That's not true. They don't. That's not true. Okay, so the 7th house is coming up. So profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. I did mention that. I'm just throwing it out there that there's a little bit of some, messages that are overlapping a little bit. But, just calling it how I see it and how I feel it. Okay, and then we have the 8th house pop out as well. Transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacy. The 8th house is also connected to like lusty and sexual partnerships, by the way, since like relationships are a thing that's happening. And I think it's interesting that the 8th house also popped up when we were talking about exes and partnerships and all this other sorts of stuff. So we're just going to keep that in the back of our minds, hearts, and souls as we continue on lovey-dovs. So let's keep going here. I also feel like the idea of rebirth, renewal, we've got transformation and karma. The 8th house is the house of transformation, connected to Scorpio energy. Scorpio's connected to the death card in tarot. It's all about change and transformation, like big, deep life changes, not like I'm changing my hair color or I'm changing my wig today, but it's like deep life changes that are happening. Like we're moving from one phase of our life. We're moving from young adulthood to adulthood, right? We're moving out of our 20s into our 30s. We're moving into different phases of our life, those big life changes. And so I feel like that's connected too with this idea of rebirth and renewal, resurrection. You're coming out from the dead. Like that's what it's like, coming out from the dead. I'm feeling like for some of you, you could be coming out of like a hiatus. Like maybe you were taking some time off or time away and you're coming back, but like with significant changes that might not be apparent physically, but like spiritually is what I'm getting. Also for some of you, I keep seeing the Hermit card. Like I was seeing the Hermit card. That's why I said that. So this idea of big life changes and transformations. And again, it could be outwardly so. Like maybe you go through a glow up, I'm getting for some of you. I said the comeback was deep, didn't I? Like, okay, yo, listen. Some of y'all are going to go through a glow up. A glow up that's going to attract the partnership that you want. It's going to be the type of partnership that is like a romantic twin flame or a soulmate connection that is very sexual. That's like one of the storylines that's happening here that I'm seeing very, very clearly. And I feel like with the facing fears, like some of you could be in a situation like where you're kind of afraid of love or you're afraid of a partnership. And I feel like as you go through this process, and again, these are messages from your higher self / future self, that as you go through this process of transforming yourself physically, spiritually, etc., often sometimes those things can go hand in hand and they meld together, especially if you're on my channel. Okay, yes. That this is going to help you face those fears, like going through this spiritual / physical transformation is going to help you work through some of those issues. So shadow work, root work, different things like that. I'm always recommending and suggesting shadow work and root work because it works, okay? It really does. Get you to dig down deep into those areas that you don't want to see often, or you can't see, or like, right, it's hidden things. We're talking about hidden things today. Root work, shadow work are those things. There are things that influence your life that you don't see. You know, they're not tangibles. What's happening in those dark spaces in your id, away from your ego, and the moon side of yourself, are those hidden things that we don't see. So there is a strong message around that. And then you know, root work, those things that we're rooted in, that we literally live our lives day to day, our fears, our triumphs, our happiness, excitements, the foods that we eat, and the, you know, the clothes that we buy, and the different challenges and other things that we go through in our life are often stem from how we were raised, right? Our roots, what soil we were born into, all of that sort of stuff. So we're just going to keep all of that in mind and heart as we continue on with our reading. I'm sorry, I need to move the scoot. Okay, I'm not sorry. I'm going to scoot this over. I'm going to make it look right. Okay. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. I love it. Okay, you guys keep getting romantic readings. And for those of you who are rolling your eyes at me, the Knight of Cups doesn't necessarily have to talk about a romantic connection, but since we're there, we're going to talk about that first. So the Knight of Cups is bringing a message of romance, okay, which we already mentioned before. But this person is upright. I'm getting the message this person is upright. This person has good intentions. So if they are from your past, I'm getting the message that they're coming in good spirits. And of course, at the end of the day, it's always up to you whether or not you accept this person's energy into your space or not, okay? First and foremost, always and forever. But I also feel like if the romance thing, you're like, dude, talk about something else. If the romance thing is not your vibe, I feel like the Knight of Cups, going back to this idea of a glow up, right? I feel like the Knight of Cups is talking about, like, is bringing the message of, like, you taking your armor off, the defensiveness, and really just living in your divine feminine energy. So this doesn't matter if you're a male, female, etc., however you connect or acknowledge yourself to be as far as like gender and stuff. This is talking about divine energy. So leaning into your divine feminine energy, nourishing yourself, paying attention to the way that you look, smell, touch, taste, whatever vibes your vibe, right? You know, whatever. But you're really focused on those sensory aspects of yourself. To me, the cups, like Knight of Cups energy, also talks about like things that, you know, feels like very Venus energy, like, you know, indulging in pleasurable things, like what inspires us to create, okay? So creativity and spirituality. I'm just feeling like a whole, like you're opening up, coming out of your shell, opening up your energy. This crystal is about communication too, so, and I feel like communicating with yourself, with spirit, with the universe. And I'm just, listen, you guys, I'm struggling to find words to actually put to the imagery I'm getting. Okay, so I'm imagining you, where is that card? Hold on, there's a card in this Starseed Oracle deck. I'm gonna find it. It's the cracked open card. Here it is. This is exactly what I'm imagining you being. Like this, like you shedding pretenses, putting down your guard, letting down your guard, and allowing your true beauty, light, inward, juicy, shiny, unicornish, magical energy to come out. Okay, that's all I got for you. Those are only the explanations that I have. We're just going to add this card to your reading since it came to my mind. All right, so yeah, Nine of Cups, really beautiful, whether it's a relationship connected or not. And then we had the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So you guys have messengers. So if you are romantic thing, vibing, I feel like there's a message that I feel like your higher self is saying you have options, okay? You ain't no potato, darling. You have options, romantic options. Some of, you know, could be water, fire signs. So our water signs, we Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. our fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but I feel like if our knights are representing individuals that they could be around your age, 20, 30s, somewhere in there. They're still on their way, but they're going to be very passionate individuals, very passionate. Our Knight of Wands is definitely going to be passionate. They're going to, I don't know, I'm imagining a peacock right now. They're going to really be, they're very excitable. Fire signs are very excitable energy. It's air fire combination, so very divine masculine, whether they're male, female, etc. Very divine masculine, outwardly expressive, energetic, super like sociable, adventurous sort of energy. So, and then our Knight of Cups is going to be a little bit more cool, right? Laid back. It's air, water energy. So this person is going to be, I feel like, very communicative, emotive. If they're in high vibration, then they're going to be, they're going to let their guard down and take their armor off, and they're going to be more emotionally open. And if they're on struggle street, a little bit more guarded. But they are going to be a lover of the creative arts and self-expression and all of this other sort of cups energy. Could very well be spiritual, intuitive, that sort of thing. So, and then I love that the Ace of Cups came. So since we are already on the love train, since we are already there, the Ace of Cups definitely can talk about a new romantic situation. So I feel like there are potentially 4 options, right? We have the Knight of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands. And true that these could represent, and we have the person from the past and the Ace of Cups. So new love, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, past love, right? Resurrected love, which you talked about at the very beginning. But I feel like you have options as far as love and romance goes. I'm just saying, I feel like that's a message from your higher self. I feel like your higher self is also saying along those same lines, like, don't sell yourself short, boo, okay? Don't sell yourself short. You are not a potato. You are not ugly. You know what I'm saying? You are a beautiful soul, and you can attract anyone and any energy that you so desire. So keep your heart and mind open. Keep your communication open with spirit and manifest what you want, darling. Manifest what you want, boo. Since we're already on the love train, we're going to take a love card. Look to your inner strength. Oh, I love this. I love that this message. Okay, we slipped it. You are stronger than you realize. And I feel like that's kind of going along the same lines of like what I was literally just talking about, like manifesting what you desire, what you want. Keeping your heart open, keeping your mind open, keeping yourself open and fluid and flexible. Ooh, I love it. Ooh. We're going to add a unicorn. Because I'm feeling like there's some unicorns in the building. I don't know why I'm singing. It's fun though. I like it. Ooh, friendship. Look at how freaking... I love it. It's a squirrel. Squirrel and unicorn getting along so well. I love it. It's beautiful. I feel like this is also kind of talking about like... Because this is probably the last friendship that you expected. It was the last thing I expected. I'm just going to be honest about it. A squirrel or a rabbit. It's hard to tell what that is. A scrabbit. Something happening with this unicorn. Unusual relationships is what I'm getting. Potentially with an Aquarius. But just kind of meeting or connecting with some unusual energy or finding friendship in an unusual person or place or situation. I feel like it's one of those things that like as you grow together that you're gonna like look back and be like, how did this even, what the heck? I feel like this could also be connected, again, since we're on love vibes, this could also be connected to our love vibe in this reading. That your relationship with somebody could start off as a friendship, or really maybe even a peculiar friendship, an odd situation where you come together, you're brought together, and I also feel like there's a message around, letting down your guard, going through this rebirth yourself, specifically spiritually. I feel like we're all in spirituality. The 7th house is talking about partnerships too, friendship, partnership. So the love vibes don't have to be romantic, by the way. They could be love, like familial love, platonic love, friendship love, like finding your soul family, which is what this card is talking about. Surround yourself with positive people and spend more time socializing. Did I say something about getting out of your shell? I think I did. Did I say something about that? Maybe I did. That could be something that the Knight of Wands is also talking about too. Getting out of your shell, socializing, meeting people, being a little bit more adventurous, especially if you're more of a homebody. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. So it's fine. It's all in love, right? All right, let's get some crystal action up in this piece. I am so excited for you guys. And look at this spread. It's so pretty. All of the purples and the pinks. And then you have this like red. This feels awesome. I don't know. I'm so excited. I am so excited for you guys. Like, okay, listen. Okay. I have a Scorpio sun. So I love the 8th house. I love anything about rebirth, death, rebirth, coming back, making a comeback, glowing up, cracking open, making big moves. I love this. Oh my gosh, your reading is giving me so much. Okay, I'm calm. Okay, so we have Citrine, bringing the light. Oh, I love that. Light. There's so much light. Look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. Solar plexus chakra energy is coming to mind in her too. I feel like once you guys go through this energetic shift, that you're gonna be so, okay, listen, this is what your higher self, future self is showing me right now. I'm gonna try to explain it in words. We'll see how this goes. When you go through this shift, it's gonna be awkward, right? Because transitions are awkward, but once you get through the awkward phase, what I'm imagining is like someone who's super confident. Okay, this is gonna be weird, but I'm imagining that scene, I want to say it was in one of the James Bond films, with the one with Halle Berry, and she comes out of the water, right? She comes out of the ocean, and yes, that type of confidence, and like you're just gonna be moving through life like a freaking unicorn. Like there's nothing like you, no one like you, people won't know what to do with your energy. It's great, it's beautiful. I'm excited for you. I'm turned up, group 2. Y'all got me all up in my chest. Okay, let's get one more crystal for you. Fluorite, find peace within. I love that. Look to your inner strength. Find peace within, bring in the light, surrender. I just feel like there are a lot of messages around like you going inward. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Resurrection, transformation, facing fears, building legacy, developing legacy. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm vibing so hard. Yeah, I'm trying to slide this up in here. I'm trying to, get it right. All right. We are going to do some charms, because I did want to give your higher self / future self more opportunities to speak to you specifically. So look at the charms and see if there are any specific charms that like are calling to you. I might not necessarily go through all of the charms, but I did want to put a whole bunch in here just to see if, to allow your future self to connect to you in a way that your future self might not have been able to through the cards. Because again, this is a general reading, so I did want to give an opportunity for something a little bit more. I'm over here just struggling. Don't worry about me. We'll get there. Okay. So I'm going to hold it up. Let me know in the comments down below if one or like which charms, or if any charms like really called to you. I am going to go through some of them V for victory. So I see you succeeding in something. We were talking about coming back, rebirth, renewal, all that stuff. So I see you succeeding in something. You breaking boundaries is what I'm getting. You working through some things, breaking boundaries with the hatchet. The Nine of Cups is really positive. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles is really positive. I feel like, you know, success, abundance, especially worldly abundance. I feel like this renewal is also going to give you confidence, not only in potentially like romance and developing strong partnerships and relationships, platonically and or romantically, whatever's vibing with you. But I feel like there's a strong message also connected to that. That's kind of like that confidence resonating on other parts of your life, that once you are, you know, you solidify this, so you get this like really clear vision and understanding of who you are as an individual from the inside, like that is going to spill, that confidence and that energy and that magnetism is going to spill out in other parts of your life, and particularly in the money realm. Okay, abundance, baby, chang chang. What else? Moving things around, energy moving, which we kind of talked about, tree of life, connecting with your ancestors. So root work might be in order for you. You can check out one of my free videos here, my root work videos here if you want to, or wherever. But do some root work, getting in touch with your emotions. I'm feeling like that's connected to the look to your inner strength as well. You have the key. That's what my channel's all about. You are the key. You have the key. Focus and precision. Work, manual effort, labor. I feel like this whole process is going to take work, right? Like, you think resurrecting is easy? Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's going to take work and effort. Journaling just came to mind here. Journaling and tracking your progress, tracking your journey is a message that I'm receiving. Heart chakra energy, the star hope. The star also reminds me of someone talking about bright and light. I can't talk. Bringing in the light, shining bright. I feel like this as well is connected to like that star energy. Transformation, which is what our whole conversation has been about. I think I actually did touch on all of them. Creation. Make your own life, make your own way. And then the kissy lips, romance. We don't vibe it on that. I'm vibing on that for your reading for some odd reason. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I got for you, lovies. I certainly hope this is helpful for you. If something resonated, drop a comment down below. Let me know if there are any charms in particular that really called to you. Let me know if any of the messages vibed with you, if you're vibing, if you're feeling it. Click like and subscribe if we're not already connected here, of course. Would love to have you join the Kindred family. What else are we doing? I don't know. Oh, if you're interested in your personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. The link is in the description bar below. Again, thank you so much for your time and your beautiful energy, my kindred soul. And I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello group 3, and welcome to your Soulful 7 reading, where we are tapping into your higher self / future self. So this was meant to be like a higher self reading, but then future self was sliding in on some of the groups too. So we're just riding with it. I said I was opening, so I am. So future self, higher self messages that are specifically centered around the hidden things. So the energies and forces that are working behind the scenes, out of sight, but not out of mind or out of heart. Here. So we've been getting a lot of messages also from your higher self / future self on like how to experience life and still get to a place of success more as well. So lots of various different messages. I feel like group 1 was very different from group 2. So we're going to see what this reading has for you. Again, you chose the amethyst for your guiding crystal energy. I love this amethyst. We vibe. So, okay. So amethyst is connected to crown chakra energy. So that's what we are channeling, those messages from above. So let's bring it on down. And then you also chose a Starseed Oracle deck. That could be because you are a Starseed. You could be a light worker or just a regular old person doing the dang on thing, right? So let's get out a guiding energy card for you. Guiding energy group 3, higher self. What messages do you have for my kindred soul today, or for your kindred self today? Higher self, future self, group 3, the hidden things. What hidden things are happening? What messages do they need to know about these hidden things and energies that are happening? Ooh, yo, the blue flame, activation. I just feel intense power right now. Intense power for you, group 3. Let's get another one of these doodads. Excuse me. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. I'm feeling like we need a card from here. Let's get a moon card. The whole deck is upside down. Me and my aggressive shuffling self. New moon in Aries. Time to take action. Yo, listen, okay? I said activation, intense energy, and we have the new moon in Aries. Yo, listen, something's about to happen. Big moves, big energy. I feel like this is coming up in the hidden messages, because you can't see it right now. We can't, right? It's the dark, right? The new moon is dark. So newness happens in the darkness. It reminds me of like the lotus blossom blooms in the darkness. It grows in the darkness, and when it finally comes to light, right, it's this really beautiful flower. So big things happening. I'm actually going to go out of my intended programming and get you a Star Dragon Oracle card, because I'm vibing hard with fire energy, with the blue flame, with the Aries. Oops, I'm over here making a mess. I'm jitterbugging. This energy's got me all tripping out. Okay. I see you. Got me turning all left, right, sideways. Let's see. Let's get you a Star Dragon card. Higher self, hidden things, group 3. What message do you have for us, Star Dragons? What messages? Choice. Understanding consequences. It's time to take action. It feels like the Chariot energy is present here for some reason. Like it's time to take action. I'm feeling you might be an earth sign. I'm getting. I don't like Capricorn or something, like an earth sign. Doesn't have to be Capricorn. You don't have to be an earth sign. I'm just kind of feeling like an earth sign, like you're a planner. Could be Virgo. You're a planner, and maybe you're over planning, and Aries is saying, let's get this thing going. And the blue flame is saying activation. It's time to integrate. It's time to awaken this thing, get this thing off the ground. Choice, consequences. I might read the book on that too. Hold on a second. I just want to see what the Herald and the Dragon have to say about this. Number 9, the number 9 is about transition anyway, transitioning. For every action, there is a reaction. Now is the time to choose wisely. Open your heart and your mind. Understand the consequences of every action, every choice, every moment in the making. Take time to get to know the reason behind it all. Observe every angle and take good care. The consequences are dire, but the reward is great. Okay, so this is a message that I'm also getting. So if you are in a situation where you are like having to make a choice, and maybe you've been really indecisive or really struggling to make the choice or make the decision, I'm getting the message here from Spirit, from your higher self, that I'm getting the message like you've planned enough, like you've thought this through, you've gone through every potential outcome, and now you're just to the point where you're like stalling or you're procrastinating. I'm getting the message like trust yourself, that you understand the consequences of the choices that you make, and now it's just time to make a choice. Like you can't sit on the fence anymore is the message that I'm getting, or you're going to lose the opportunity. You're going to lose out on something. I'm getting a message. It could be love. It could be career, business, school, traveling, moving, relocating. I don't know. Lots of things are coming. Ooh. Okay. You have the power and the right to choose what will be. Manifest your way. Make a great choice. Choose each day. Choose each situation. Choose in each moment. You are granted the gift of free will and choice in this life. Be wise, be smart, be cunning, and deliberate. The choice is yours. Become more mindful in your everyday life about the choices you make and the way that they affect and impact the path you walk and the life you lead. Recognize the ways in which your choices lead to consequences that ultimately take your reality. Become an active co-creator of your life and circumstances. Don't leave it up to someone else is the message that I'm also getting. Don't leave it up to someone else, because they're going to move in ways that are beneficial to them, not necessarily what's beneficial to you. So oh my gosh, look what flipped. Look what flipped. How did I know that was going to happen? Blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light, pure love within you. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. This energy is just like flying through me. I'm going to try to slow it down a little bit because I'm realizing that I'm not formulating full sentences. Okay. This reading feels very hot. I'm literally feeling hot. I'm sweating right now. There's so much fiery energy present here. So much fiery energy. I have to calm my little watery self down. I'm getting there. I'll be there in a second. Give me a minute. Okay. And we have channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. And I feel like this is connected to the earth sign. This feels very detached from the rest of the message, from the rest of the reading so far. This feels very earthy. This feels very starseedy, and the rest of this feels very fiery. Obviously, the two don't have to be mutually exclusive, but maybe this will meld a little bit later on. We're gonna keep going here. Wow, this is intense. I knew that card was gonna come out though, and anyway. That moment when you realize you're like you're really freaking clairvoyant. It's scary. All right. That's why we're here though, right? Not because I'm scary. Well, maybe you're here because I'm scary, but I doubt that's why you're here. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. We're just going to get another card. Let's get some tarot in this mother so I can stop talking. Okay. What? Listen, you guys. Listen. You saw me shuffling. Or at least you heard me shuffling. I don't know if you actually saw me. You heard me shuffling. I did not. I shuffled that. The Chariot. Literally. Choice. The Chariot. Time to take action. Y'all procrastinating. Somebody's procrastinating up in chat. And Spirit is saying, nope. Nope. Not no more, boo. Gotta get it going. Get that flame going. I'm feeling like you have, like, the Chariot to me always talks about you having everything that you need except for a decision. You have all that you need. Worrywarts out there. You have all that you need. Now all you need to do is make a decision. Which way are you moving? Which direction are you going? Ish or get off the pot? You know what I'm saying? Like, decision time, babe. 3 of Cups. Like I said, I feel like I'm channeling 2 different energies because they don't feel connected. But anyway, I feel like the 3 of Cups is like soul tribe, soul family, healing, finding like your people is kind of what I'm getting. Like I said, it's kind of weird. It feels very strange. It's weird. Where are we going? Crystals is what I was vibing. Crystals. All right. Group 3, higher self, future self, hidden things. Choose. Oh wait, I'm getting a message. Choose who you are. Choose who you are. I know I just repeated it and you probably were like, what are you talking about? So this chunk that I've been like, I don't know what's happening over here. I feel like choosing who you are, choosing who your friends are, choosing, like, learn how to be human is part of this. Choose who you are. Make a decision. Who are you? Which direction are you going to go? What type of friends do you want? What type of people and energy do you want around you? Like, I'm feeling like the choice that we're making moves on is somehow connected to your social circle, the people you keep around you, your experience as a human. There are messages around healing. Like I'm imagining almost like that you are, like, there's an opportunity for you to choose the old way, the old friends, the old energy because it's comfortable, you know it, rather than taking the risk. Because like Aries energy, fire energy is kind of about risk as well, right? Making a choice. Chariot, you're going off in an adventure, you don't know where you're going, right? There's a lot of like this power, a lot of this energy that's like behind you, but you have to choose it. Like you have to choose to use it. I'm just getting that message. Like, healing is uncomfortable. Healing isn't easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. Finding a new group of people to bond with, to vibe with, is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be awkward situations. You're going to have to meet them and then get to know them before you settle into that comfort place, right? You might even be awkward. I'm a little awkward my daggone self, you know. That's why this idea of like learning how to be a human in the world. You're not of this world, right? If you connect with like Starseed energy, you're not of this world. You might be a little awkward, a little socially insecure, awkward. But the idea here is that you have to make a choice to do something different to get different results. Okay, that's vibe. That's vibe. That's super intensely what I'm feeling here. Support is all around you, Angel Light. Thank you for that reminder. I love it. Yeah, I feel like that was that's what your choice is. I feel like that's a lot. I mean, for some of you, the choice might be something different, whatever vibed in your heart. But I'm feeling like for some of you, that choice is like this, your support group. Maybe you're changing it up, or maybe you're coming out or being honest. I made it sound like whatever, right? Whatever is vibing with you. But you are connecting with your people. So it could be people you know, and you're just showing them a more honest version of you. or it could be venturing out to find your people, you know, like your soul family. Okay, hold on. Get out of your comfort zone. This is appetite. Appetite is saying get out of your comfort zone. Yo, listen. I'm just channeling the messages. That's all I have to say about it. I'm just visiting. I'm just being used right now. Use me, Spirit, right now, because this all coming together. Get out of your comfort. Literally, that's the okay. I feel better now that it's like actually connected to each other. That the halves are connected. See, I needed more cards. See what happens when you try to tell the story with only part of the story. You get all confused. See the magic. Labradorites. I love me some Labradorites. I love me some Labradorites. I like vibing out with some Labradorite, like when I'm doing some artsy fartsy stuff, creative things. Let's see, who do I want? I think I want the Oracle of the Moon, or the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Queen of the Moon. Ooh. Oh, got a flipper. Will. Oh my gosh, this is Vibe and Heart with this energy too. The Wax and Gibeus 4 talks about will. It's connected to the number of 13, which is a karmic number, which talks about freedom through discipline. It's the number 13, obviously reduces down to the number 4. Well, I said obviously, maybe not obviously. The number 13 reduces down to the number 4, which is a number about stability. And so the number 13 as a karmic number talks about freedom through stability, through order, through discipline, okay? That's interesting. Will, though. Will. It's going to take your willpower, the desire to do something, to get out of your comfort zone and to make the choice that needs to be made, to make the decision that needs to be made. It might not be an easy decision. It's definitely going to be uncomfortable for you, is the message that I'm getting. It's going to be uncomfortable, but you're already uncomfortable. If you're living in a place where you don't feel like you can truly, completely be yourself and who you are, then you're already uncomfortable. You just have, it's like you just know the discomfort, you know? It's like the devil that you know, right? It's like you know the discomfort. But that doesn't mean you have to live there. It doesn't mean you have to stay there. No, these cards are twisting all up. It's messing with me. Okay. Will. Courage. I'm seeing the courage card actually in my Hoodoo Tarot. The image there, that deck's too far away. I'm not going to go get it, but courage. The Strength card in Tarot. Alright, let's get a couple more items and then we'll do your charms. Let's see. Messages from your higher self. Oh boy, this was too much. Alright, well, listen. We saw that one. We saw this one. We saw the handshake. I'm not looking at any of the other ones. Okay. Sometimes I just get wild, especially shake it. Okay. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Ooh, we're going to put this one over here. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I don't know exactly what that's talking about. Keep your life in balance. I feel like that's, you know, I feel like this idea with making choices, right? I feel like if you choose the wrong way, it's going to be unsuccessful, which I feel like is pretty obvious, and that might be what you're stressed out about. So I'm sorry if I just added to your anxiety and stress. But what I will say is this. Don't make your decision out of fear. Make your decision from a place of power, a place of will, a place that's out of your comfort zone, but is right for you. trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust your spirit, trust your soul. Allow yourself to be wrong is a message that I'm getting to. I feel like that's directly from your higher self. Like, allow yourself to be wrong. If you're feeling like you're literally pulled into and you don't know which direction to go, I feel like your higher self is saying the outcomes for the path are hidden from you for a purpose, because you are meant to follow your heart. And if you follow your fear, it's going to be the wrong choice. So you have to follow your heart, even though it will be uncomfortable. It will be, there will be maybe some hesitation. There might be some, oh my gosh, what if this? Follow your heart is the message that I'm getting. Follow your heart. I'm just getting, that's what I'm getting. That it's going to be unsuccessful if you make your choice out of fear. But following your heart and making your choice from a place of faith, make your choice in a place of faith over a place of fear. If you make your choice in a place of fear, there will be problems. A faith-based decision is going to be uncomfortable, but there is support all around you. Spiritually, from like your spiritual, I would say like your spiritually unknown family, right? Like, I feel like in the community of kindred souls and other communities, right, that are out there that are spiritual, and we're all connected in the collective conscious, the collective energetic forces, that there is support there. And there are individuals and energies that are pushing for you, even though they don't know you. They're still connected to you. I'm connected to you. I want what is best for you. I want you on your path. I want you living in your purpose. I want you to be fearless. Go out there, take action. You have so much fire in your reading today. To me, that's a sign that you need to fire it up. Okay? Put a flame under that back end. Make a choice from your heart space and go for it. Do what you were feeling called to do. I just want to let you know that before I do your charms, that literally the beginning of this message was very, very hot and intense, and I felt it. Literally felt it. I was sweating. I was sweating, very hot. As we kept getting into the reading, I cooled off a little bit. Literally, physically cooled off. And now we're back to fire again. I feel like your message is, yes, balance. You know, you need to put your fire, right? You need to put fire behind some things to get them going. Sometimes you need courage, and you need will, and you need all of the forces that you have around you in order to do something that's really uncomfortable for you. But the message that I am getting here for you is that when you do that, when you live your life from a place of power, when you live your life from a place of choice, when you live a life from a place where you're making the decisions and you're taking actions and living with the consequences either way, anyway, that it's going to be such a rich life. There's going to be celebration. There's going to be happiness. You're going to be able to like meet people and make connections that you never thought was possible. Like if you're feeling alone, or you're feeling alone, you feel like you don't belong, like going out there and putting your will and your purpose behind finding people that vibe with you, that connect with you. Once that happens, and yes, I said once that happens, because it's going to happen if you put your will behind it and you work to manifest it. Once that happens, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I never thought this life could be so beautiful and fulfilling, and just, you're going to be vibing out. You're going to cry. You're going to cry once it happens. I'm calling it. It's okay to cry. Release. Yes. All right, let's get some of your charms. Being aggressively churning, because we've got all of that hot fire. Whoa. That was a lot of charms. Now, I haven't been going through all of the charms, I don't think. Maybe I have, but I see imagine here. There's freedom too. So this charm landed like this, standing up, and it has freedom on the back and imagine on the front. So I feel like both of those messages are applicable. So with the charms, we have a tremendous amount of charms. The other groups did not have this many charms. I got a little something. Sometimes your higher self, spirit, future self channels is like speaking directly to you through some of the charms. So if you're feeling called to a specific charm, then that charm, that message is for you. And I'm going to try to like go through all of them and at least say my interpretation, but whatever you're vibing, whatever you're feeling off of them, that's your truth. That's your message, okay? So wow, there's too much. I'm actually going to put these in a bigger container because I can't see them all. All right. And okay. All right. Yep. I did that. I put all these daggone charms here. Okay. All right. So let me get out my handy dandy pointer situation so I can get around. That sounded really. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. Oh, shoot. All right. I'm going to struggle. It's fine. I will struggle for you. Yes, I will. Okay. So imagine. Imagination, imaginative energy, fire energy. Fire energy was hot on your trail today, group 3. So I think imagination, passion, that's something that's really important right now. A message for you. Freedom. The freedom of choice was a huge topic today in our reading. Freedom, we had labradorite, which talks about magical energy, conjuring, magical manifestation. That's all freedom, imagination, very fiery, okay? Airy too, very divine masculine, not really expressive. Let's just say that. Okay, so, the 4 of Wands celebration. I like that with the 3 of Cups. Celebration, stability, happiness, and joy, particularly like in community and partnerships. We have the King of Wands here. Fire, fire. I felt the King of Wands the whole time. Fire, divine masculine energy that holds the vision of passion, purpose, desire, drive. We had the word will come out in our Queen of the Moon. Yep. The Nine of Swords, anxiety. I feel like you are. If you're vibing, especially like with the feeling like you're, starseed energy, or you're having a human experience, you're not of this world. If you're vibing with that, I feel like anxiety is probably something that's intense. And the 5 of Swords, like anxiety and conflicts, but particularly inner conflict is what I'm getting really from this whole message today. And that you've been battling, right? The choice, flopping between two, or just really struggling to make a decision on something. We have the Fish, which I feel like is like, making the choice from your heart space is what I said. Like we have the heart chakra too, by the way, as well as the throat chakra. Communication. Be mindful what you're communicating to the universe through your thoughts, through how you speak, what you say, what comes out of your face, but also what goes through your mind, how you talk to yourself in your minds, and what you say out loud into the world, because your throat chakra is the conduit between the universe, which is up here, right, in the crown, and your heart, what you desire, what you want for yourself. I feel like you want this. You want community, and you want support and people around you. You want to celebrate with people that you care about. But is that what you're communicating? Are you planting corn expecting carrots? You know what I'm saying? So Be mindful of your thoughts, because you're magical and you are manifesting your reality, which is what the choice card was talking about. That you're manifesting your reality through your thoughts. Powerful. The Queen of Pentacles, nurturing and nourishing the seed of abundance and prosperity. I feel like that's going to come like when you follow your heart, like I said, making that decision from a place of faith, following your heart, following what you truly want, what you desire, the drive and the will is behind, what you're excited about, is going to yield abundance. It's going to fruit. Three of Wands, prospects, and investments, watching your ships either come out or come in. Sorry. Excuse me. The hatchet or the axe. Chopping out things that aren't serving you. Negative thoughts aren't serving you. Low vibrate fear isn't serving you. Living in a place of limitation isn't serving you. So chopping out low vibrational energy and making room and making space in your heart for the blessings, the things that you truly want. We had a lizard, fire energy. Fire energy is live for y'all. Listen. So we have a couple of different types of towers. We have Big Ben and we have Eiffel. So I think perspective. Big Ben could also be talking about timing because it's a clock. But I think perspective, elevating yourself to higher heights, getting a different point of view or a different perspective. And I feel like that could be literally, like you literally moving, not moving, but maybe moving for some of you, but literally like going somewhere, taking a trip, getting in a car, bus, plane, boat, whatever, going somewhere new, changing your perspective, changing your point of view, changing your environment, getting a different viewpoint on something. I got a message for some odd reason, climbing a mountain. That could be very, very specific to somebody. Like climbing a mountain, it's almost like going on a sojourn or a pilgrimage. We have the wheel here, steering your ship. There's no anchor on this. A lot of these have anchors on them, things holding them back. But I feel like this is also kind of a message around choice too, just a different type of way of saying like making a choice, choosing the direction that you're going. And I wanted to know that there's no anchor because there's nothing holding you back, right? It's just you. It's just you. So there's nothing holding you back. You have what it takes to go where you want to go. Messages, taking flight, travel, could be literally talking about like flying somewhere, carrying messages. I'm getting the message that you could be receiving a message soon, some way, shape, or form. I don't know why Twitter just came in my mind. I don't know, weird, but whatever. We also have the eagle and the owl. So we have 3 bird imageries. Birds often talk about messages, communication, wisdom. This could definitely be a message from your higher self. Maybe you've been seeing different types of birds. We have the eagle, which talks about focus, purpose, intent, going after what you want. There's a very assertive, aggressive energy to this, because it's like flying. Can I zoom closer? I can, but I don't know how conducive that's gonna be. Yeah. It's like focusing on what you want and then going to get it, right? Like I feel like the going to get it in action. This bird's in action. This one's stationary, right? The wise one. These two are in action. They're actively pursuing or going or doing something. But there's an intensity to the eagle that I think is very connected to our message today with the new moon in Aries and the choice card from our star dragon. Peace of mind, lotus blossom blooming, blooming in the muck, in the mud. I feel like this is connected to, like, you know, feeling like you don't fit in. I feel like it's just like a message like Rose in the Concrete World, the ugly duckling, right, was a swan, the most beautiful bird. But when you're around, oh, that's going to sound so wrong. The most beautiful bird feels ugly when they're not around other beautiful birds. So if you think of yourself as a beautiful bird, that you might be around a whole bunch of ugly birds, and so you feel ugly, or you feel like you don't belong, because you don't. You're a beautiful bird, and you should be with the other beautiful birds. I'm sorry if I just insulted all your people. I'm sorry. I feel like the pliers is connected to, like, eagle energy too, right? You're pinching something, you're getting, you're precisely, like, latching onto something. The fan moving it around. That air energy, moving it around, getting things going, getting things moving, flowing, movements. We have Leo, we have Taurus. Trustworthy, faith, for some whatever reason, came to mind for me when I saw this. Generous, generosity, abundance. We had the Queen of Pentacles somewhere up in here. Binoculars, I feel like, is connected to kind of the Eiffel Towers, like, right, getting a different perspective, point of view, getting a closer look at something. We have the diary too, which I feel like could be carrying a message around journaling. We have the heart, which talks about love, and there's paw prints in this one, so it could be particularly talking about the love of a pet or a familiar or getting a pet, something of that nature. Obviously not applicable to everybody, but these charms are meant to be. Oh, we have the house one. I didn't say house. It's just a house. House, it could be talking about house, family, literally your home, your physical, like your space where you live, family, different things of that nature. So yeah, if something is calling out to you, these are meant to be vibed as well. And you could have a completely different interpretation or message that comes to you with the charms. That's kind of when I wanted to have them. I wanted you to be able to have a direct link to your higher self, future self, and spirit to get your message. So beautiful, soul. We were sitting here for a minute talking. I enjoyed every moment of it. I hope this was helpful for you. If something did resonate, do drop a comment down below and let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we are not already connected here on YouTube. If you are interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description bar below. Thank you so much, my beautiful soul, for your time and your beautiful energy. And I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye.